Welcome to First Parish in Waltham. We're so glad you're here. Whoever you are, wherever you are in life's... I turned it on. Are we... Is that better? Okay, something changed. Let's go with that. So I'll start from the beginning. Welcome to First Parish in Waltham. We're so glad you're here. Whoever you are, wherever you are in life's journey, you are welcome here. My name is Dan Diano. I serve as Assistant Treasurer on the Board of Managers, and I'm a gray-bearded, bald-headed, white 70-something-year-old. Here are this morning's announcements. We try to make our service as accessible as possible. With listening headsets, large print versions of the service materials are available from our ushers. Paper copies of our weekly newsletter are available at the entrances to the building. To receive an emailed copy each week, please speak to a greeter or usher. Interested in donating flowers for a Sunday service? Sign up is in the newsletter. Pastoral care is available to everyone, newcomers, members, visitors alike. So please reach out to pastoralcare@walthamuu.org. That's an email address for any assistance. After coffee hour, as a reminder, we lock the doors to the sanctuary here. So when you leave after coffee hour, you'll be leaving via the office entrance over there. And page 2. Inclement weather plan. We do have an inclement weather plan for this time of year. The Sunday services could be canceled or held on Zoom. You'll see updates posted by 7 p.m. on the website and on Facebook. Other church activities on a day when we cancel the service here will be canceled or rescheduled. And any non-church events, we don't keep the calendar or enforce their opening or closing, so you would need to check with the organizer for anything else. Please connect with Marty Aarons today from 12 to 1 p.m. in the Harrington Room to go over details for this December 28th lay-led service. And we're in calendar mode now. Holiday marketplace. Actually, that's easy because that's today. That starts today, and the second Sunday will be next Sunday, and then that'll be it. So stop by in the coffee hour tables in Whitcomb Hall after the service. There's amazing things to buy. Game night is on December 12th. Contact Plum Kennard to find more about that. We have a holiday concert at 7 p.m. on December 13th. That's this coming Saturday in the sanctuary. Harvey Reed and Joyce Anderson, yes. We've done this several years in a row, and it's a great concert. Tickets are $23, general admission $18 for students and seniors. You can get details in the newsletter. First Parish Book Club meets on December 18th, 12:30 p.m. in the Harrington Room to discuss this month's book, and then there will be Zoom as well. Email Martha Gallagher for the link to Zoom. And finally, mark your calendars for the First Parish Christmas Eve dinner on Wednesday, December 24th at 4 p.m. in Whitcomb Hall. To cook or volunteer, reach out to Pam Penton. And finally, thanks to everyone who helped yesterday to decorate the church, the sanctuary, the chapel, Whitcomb Hall, everybody. We have greenery everywhere, so no matter what the weather is, we're going to be green and happy in here. This is the end of today's announcements. Please do check that you've silenced your phone or anything else that makes noise. And please turn around to the wreath below the exit sign and wave to the folks who are joining us on Zoom.
Good morning. My name is Elise Gittleman. I'm an older white woman with red hair still, and I'm here to lead the service, and I'm going to start off with a welcome. Each of us comes here as an individual with our own story, our own history. Together, we become a community. Today, let us explore hope as a way to see our connections to one another, to the past, and to the future. Come, let us worship together.
We gather, we bring our sorrows, our disappointments, our failures. We gather for healing, for laughter, and to rejoice. We gather to find new ways of loving, new ways of thinking, new ways of being. We gather, yes, always we gather, for it is in gathering that we find our hope.
Good morning. The 4 candles on this wreath count down the season of Advent, a time of waiting, of cultivating patience. This season asks us to hold faith that all that we are becoming is still awakening under the surface of our lives. On this second Sunday of Advent, we light the candle of peace with the words of Pema Chodron, a Buddhist nun. If we want there to be peace in the world, we have to be brave enough to soften what is rigid in our hearts, to find the soft spot and stay with it. We have to have that kind of courage and take that kind of responsibility. That's the true practice of peace. May this time of waiting inspire our courage. May we find the soft spot in the pressures of this season and stay with it as we discern our way forward. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be at ease and discover the true practice of peace within us so that there might be peace in the world.
Good morning. Our first hymn this morning is to one of our favorite melodies. However, some of the words may be unfamiliar. A falchion is a type of sword, according to Emma. So now we encourage you to engage in whatever way feels right for you for opening hymn number 166, Years Are Coming, whether that means riding in body, dancing in the aisle, clapping along, singing with gusto, or simply listening and letting yourself be bathed in the sound of others. So please join us in singing Years Are Coming, hymn 166, found in the gray hymnal.
Good morning, I'm Susan Davis. Let's please remain standing for our in unison affirmation that begins with love. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth, and to help one another. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Jacob Allen. I am a European descendant male with brown hair. I'm my father's son. John said European descendant last time, so I'm just running with it. Anyway. I am a white guy with brown hair, green eyes. I'm wearing a red shirt and black pants. And my reading today is The Tale of the Bamboo and the Storm, a Buddhist wisdom tale about hope. Long ago, Long ago, in a small village nestled between mountains, a young monk was feeling discouraged. A season of storms had ruined the crops. The monastery roof leaked, and the villagers came each day with more worries than he felt he could hold. On one afternoon, the young monk sat with his teacher beside a grove of bamboo. "I don't understand," he said. "Everywhere I look, people are suffering. I try to help, but the storms keep coming." The teacher smiled softly and pointed to the bamboo swaying in the wind. "Watch." Just then, a powerful gust swept down the mountainside. The bamboo bent nearly to the ground, but it did not break. When the wind passed, the stalks lifted themselves again, as straight and calm as before. "Bamboo is not strong the way that stone is strong," the teacher said. "It cannot stop the wind, and yet it survives every storm." The young monk frowned. "So the lesson is to be flexible." "Not only flexible," the teacher replied. "Hope is like bamboo. It bends when life is harsh, but it remembers how to rise." The teacher plucked a small shoot of bamboo sprouting from the earth. See this young one? Only a few weeks old, yet already reaching upward. It does not know how hard the winter was, or how many storms will come. It simply keeps growing toward the light. The young monk held the little shoot in his hands and felt its quiet strength. "But Master," he said softly, "what if a storm is too big? What if we bend so far that we cannot stand?" The teacher put a hand on his shoulder. "Then we rely on the grove." The young monk looked around. The bamboo stalks were all connected by their roots underground, each one separate above the soil, yet joined together below. "When one stalk is weakened," the teacher continued, "the roots of the others help to hold it up. Hope is not an individual practice. It is something we grow together." The young monk watched as the wind picked up again, the whole grove moving as one. And in that moment, he felt something stir inside him, something small but steady, like a green shoot pushing upward. "Thank you, Master," he said. "I see it now." The teacher nodded. "The storms will come again, but you must have hope that so too will the growing." Do I introduce the next piece?
Please join us in our next hymn in whatever way makes sense and feels good for you. Hymn number 83, found in the gray hymnal.
Okay. This morning, this is the time when we have an opportunity to share our joys and concerns with members of our community. I am Nancy Lawrence, a member of the care team. I am an older woman, white, and my pronouns are she and her. This process that we have every Sunday reminds us that we are a member of a community, so that there are others with us to share in our joys and in our challenges. For you, if you would like to share, you could come forth, light a candle for your joy or concern, and share that with the community members that are here. Sometimes we feel that when we share what's on our minds, our burdens become lighter and our joys become greater. So if you're comfortable when you come, share your own name, your own pronouns, and your race. We are lighting one final candle for people who feel that their burdens are too heavy to mention in front of our group, so that you too can be represented here in our candle lighting. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Roberta Trudeau. I'm an old white woman. The poem this morning is We Hold Hope Close by Julian Jamaica Soto. In this community, we hold hope close. We don't always know what comes next, but that cannot dissuade us. We don't always know just what to do, but that will not mean that we are lost in the wilderness. We rely on the certainty beneath, the foundation of our values and ethics. We are the people who return to love like a North Star, and to the truth that we are greater together than we are alone. Our hope does not live in some glimmer of an indistinct future. Rather, we know the way to the world of which we dream, and by covenant and the movement forward of one right action and the next, we know that one day we will arrive at home.
From Joanna Macy. Active hope involves identifying the outcomes we hope for and then playing an active role in bringing them about. We don't wait until we are sure of success. We don't limit our choices to the outcomes that seem likely. Instead, we focus on what we truly, deeply long for. And then we proceed to take determined steps in that direction. Let us generously give and gratefully receive this morning's offering.
My name is Emily Weidman, and today I am reading from a book by Pema Chodron, who's a renowned Buddhist teacher and elder in the Buddhist community. The book is called Start Where You Are. We already have everything we need. There is no need for self-improvement. All these trips that we lay on ourselves, the heavy-duty fearing that we're bad and hoping that we're good. The identities that we so dearly cling to, the rage, the jealousy, and the addictions of all kinds, never touch our basic wealth. They are like clouds that temporarily block the sun, but all the time our warmth and brilliance are right here. This is who we really are. We are one blink of an eye away from being fully human, fully awake. Fully awake. The second reading comes from 5 Reasons to Meditate by Pema Chodron. The second quality that we generate in meditation is clear seeing, which is similar to steadfastness. Sometimes this is called clear awareness. Through meditation, we develop the ability to catch ourselves when we are spinning off, or hardening to circumstances and people, or somehow closing down to life. We start to catch the beginnings of a neurotic chain reaction that limits our ability to experience joy or connect with others. You would think that because we are sitting in meditation so quiet and still, focusing on the breath, that we wouldn't notice very much. But it is actually quite the opposite. Through this development of steadfastness, this learning to stay in meditation, we begin to form a non-judgmental, unbiased clarity of just seeing. Thoughts come, emotions come, and we can see them ever so clearly. In meditation, you are moving closer and closer to yourself, and you begin to understand yourself so much more clearly. You begin to see clearly without a conceptual analysis, because with regular practice, you see what you do over and over and over again. You see that you replay the same tapes over and over and over in your mind. The name of the partner might be different, the employer might be different, but the themes are somewhat repetitious. Meditation helps us clearly see ourselves and the habitual patterns that limit our life. You begin to see your opinions clearly. You see your judgments. You see your defense mechanisms. Meditation deepens your understanding of yourself.
Thank you, Emily. I love that reading. So the sermon title, Why Did the Buddhists Cross the River, actually has an answer, and you know what? I'm not going to tell you. Today, we're going to talk about something else. And in planning today's sermon, I reached out to my friends in the Waltham Buddhist Meditation Group, some of whom are here and some of whom are out there and some of whom might be on the screen. Because I wanted to try to explain, what do we do in meditation? Because I think for a lot of people that's kind of what? So Roberta Trudeau shared a great metaphor And we're going to explore that briefly now. So we will actually do a little meditation. So what I'm going to do is ask each of you to come up with one positive thought about yourself. So it's just very, very simple. Something like, at least I remembered to put the milk back in the fridge this morning. Like that simple. So think of one very simple thing. I buttoned all my buttons today. I wore whatever. Think of one thing. And then think of one mildly negative thought about yourself, like, I could have been nicer to my neighbor yesterday. So again, just really mild. Okay, now don't focus on the two thoughts. And let's just take a few breaths together. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And now remember your positive thought. And then remember your negative thought. And now just sit quietly, noticing your breath and noticing if either of those thoughts arise as we sit and breathe together for a minute or two. So just breathing, grateful you're breathing. Okay, and then just drop that, look up. And so I wondered, did you stay with your positive thought? Did you stay with your negative thought? Did you switch back and forth? Did you actually just pay attention to your breath, which I would find hard to believe? I mean, I don't, but you could have. And so as a thought comes up, whether you're sitting in meditation or ruminating in your house or just listening to the hymn, you always have a choice to stick with it or let it go. And Roberta's metaphor for this is to think of these thoughts as buses, like the city bus that comes by. You can get on the bus when it comes to your stop, which would be like staying with that thought, or you can let the bus go by. Just drop the thought. So as we meditate, we have that choice in every moment. We can notice thoughts as they arise and not need to hold on to them, not get on the bus. And we can also notice what buses come by on a regular basis. Might be you only think of yourself bus, or the maybe, I hope my cousin is feeling better now, bus. Or, what will I do when I get up, bus? Or, I wonder what that alarm was, bus. We don't have to criticize the buses. We can just notice. And again, as Pema Chodron said, with regular practice, you see what you do over and over and over and over again. You see that you replay the same tapes over and over and over in your mind. Meditation helps us clearly see ourselves and the habitual patterns that limit our life. You begin to see your opinions clearly. You see your judgments. You see your defense mechanisms. Meditation deepens your understanding of yourself. So this is where choosing happens. You can notice in meditation where you get stuck and where you turn away. Off the cushion, meaning when you're not meditating or not reflecting, or as we say, in real life, you notice the same patterns of reaction. In real life, you can take a pause and go a different way. You can choose. Even as you notice someone doing something, you can say, I'm just going to choose not to say anything today. So the second part of the theme for the month, choosing hope, how do Buddhists decide what to choose? And what would it look like to choose hope? I'm going to do a little baby theology stuff here. So a basic tenet of Buddhism is that everyone has Buddha nature. This means that we all have the possibility to become enlightened. There is nothing wrong with us that needs to be fixed. We are not inherently bad. In the conversation we had at Meditation Group, we noted this basic goodness is not assumed in many Western religions. The Universalists, who are half of our Unitarian Universalist ancestors, believe that everyone goes to heaven. Quakers believe that people are capable of directly experiencing the divine nature of the universe. The Quaker and Universalist beliefs are not the same as what Buddhists believe, but it's certainly closer than most Christian churches. And so for many people who come to Buddhism, the assumption of basic goodness is so contrary to how they were raised that it takes a long time for them to believe it might be true. The basic premise of Buddhism is that everybody has the spark, the possibility to awaken to their own innate goodness, to become the best they can be. And we each have our own path. We rely on our teachers, their teachings, and the community we practice with to make progress on this path. So like the bamboo in the story, as a community, we support each other the way the community supported this service. So for a Buddhist to choose hope, they simply have to believe that their practice is bringing them closer to their own Buddha nature, and to realize that their progress makes them more capable of having a positive impact on the people and the world around them. So I want to wrap up with another quote from an amazing teacher, writer, and activist, very recently deceased, Joanna Macy, about hope. She says, "Active hope is a practice. Like Tai Chi or gardening, it is something we do rather than something we have. It is a process we can apply to any situation, and it involves 3 key steps. First, we take a clear view of reality. Second, we identify what we hope for in terms of the direction we'd like things to move in, or the values we'd like to see expressed. And third, we take steps to move ourselves or our situation in that direction." Since active hope doesn't require our optimism, we can apply it even in areas where we feel hopeless. The guiding impetus is intention. We choose what we aim to bring about, act for, or express. Rather than weighing our chances and proceeding only when we feel hopeful, we focus on our intention and let it be our guide. So I want to leave you with this message. Go out into the world with active hope, remembering you are not alone. And while you know, because you've told yourself so, that you're not perfect, you can always join the folks on the bus that says, we can make a better world for everyone.
Hymn number 94, What is This Life, is coming up next. Please join us in our next hymn in whatever way makes sense and feels good for you. What is this life? Hymn number 94, found in the gray hymnal.
Go from this place knowing that hope is not a certainty, but rather a choice. When the world offers you despair, choose possibility. When cynicism seems reasonable, choose engagement. May our hope be grounded in love and expressed through action. And may we return here when you need to find the courage to choose again. Please be seated.
Now, please join us through the doors to your right for coffee hour and our holiday marketplace.